breaking news just out. Hugo Chavez died today. So, the president of Venezuela. So, what do you think about Hugo Chavez dying? The news out a few hours ago.
Well, it comes as a shock to me. I mean, with the resignation of Raul Castro, and then with him dying, he wasn't in rude health. But for him to die like that, it really shows that South America has to reorganize the way that they pick their leadership and the way they choose, like, for the future of their country. Because you can't have people that run the country in a certain way, theocracy or dictatorship, and expect for the country to be able to replace that person right away. Because a person that's like a dictator or runs a theocratic country is so vital in controlling every aspect of the country's reserves, financial, political, sociological, educational, whatever. It's really hard to replace people like that, despite their bad or good things they've done in their time. So they really need to think of better ways to replace their leaders.
Now, one of the key things is a lot of people are buying Venezuelan bonds. What do you think will be the outlook for Venezuela bonds now that he's out of office?
Oh, I think it'll be a boon. I think there'll be a lot of money coming out of it because just the policies he's implemented and the things he's done since he's been in power, you know, and I mean, come on, his face has got to be on that money. Think about that. People are going to want to keep that currency and keep it for a long time and then say, look, it's got his face on it.
Now, he had some differences with the U.S. oil companies and stuff. How do you think the relationships will be with the oil companies in the U.S. between?
I think our relationships are going to improve, not because he's gone, but I think that the country is going to bounce back from this, and they're going to find a way to stabilize the region by using his policies and things that he's done, because he's like the ultimate leader in that region of the world. He changed things, and he had radical ideas and radical implementations of like just different types of things. And I think that his legacy is going to be that South America can't go on without Hugo Chavez.
Now, what do you see as the future of Venezuelan stock market and economy over the next 12 months?
I think their stock market is going to have a little bit of a loss, but I ultimately think that the people are going to want the country to do better, and they're going to rally, and they're going to be all right. They're going to be okay.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say?
Yes. I'm glad to be in Hollywood. It's cold, and I love that it's cold.
So in closing, this is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network signing out. This is breaking news. Hugo Chavez, president of Venezuela, just died today. What do you think about that?
Oh, praise God. He did? He died. What happened? Did he leave any gold behind?
Well, he died of cancer. He's been having some fights with cancer, and he just recently died.
He need to get that thing called the soup sop. They could stop for cancer, you know. Soup sop is good for cancer, guys. Make sure you get it. They sell it overseas, and you can buy it from Australia, or you can buy it from Brazil, and they bring it over, also in bleach, too. Get the soup sop. It's good for healthy. It's stronger than chemotherapy, guys. Then you won't go nowhere.
Now, he's had issues with the bond market. One of the big concerns is a Venezuelan bond market and the economy over there. How do you think the Venezuela economy will do now that he's gone?
Well, I think they would do tremendous well because he probably was holding up and he didn't pass certain laws, and he was keeping them down economically, growth-wise. So now I think they'll shoot up high now. They get a chance now to run for their own government and run it the way they want to run it.
Okay, so in closing, is there any last-minute things you'd like to say?
Oh, yeah. Last thing is, guys, go out and vote. Don't forget, vote for your candidate, whoever it is in your country, wherever you're at. Make sure your diplomatic will represent you. Okay?
The funny thing is, it is election day here in the United States.
It sure is, too.
So vote for whoever you want for the mayor. So in closing, this is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network signing out. This is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network out with this breaking news. It's just out that Hugo Chavez died today, president of Venezuela. What do you think about the loss of Hugo Chavez for Venezuela?
That's an improvement for the world all over.
Yeah, the band's playing for that.
Yeah, there you go. The band's playing his way out. He's a tyrant, and tyrants need to go.
Now, one of the things is the Venezuela bond market was doing really well during this time. Now that he's gone, what do you think about the Venezuela bond market?
Well, it's probably going to dip for a while, but if they, I hear they already have his predecessor. You know, maybe his predecessor's a little bit more open-minded than he is. We'll find out. But he'll probably dip a little at first.
Now, he's had some fights with U.S. oil companies. Do you think relations with the U.S. oil companies will improve now that he's gone?
Yeah, no. Yeah, not at all. No, because they're going to keep selling oil cheaper, you know, because they can, and that's just how it is.
Okay, so in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say?
Who's your daddy?
Okay, so in closing, this is Clark Kent from the Predatory Lending Network, signing out.